Cagliari is a city that isn't usually on many people's radar when they visit Italy. And even when they visit the gorgeous beaches and mountains that the island of Sardinia has to offer, Cagliari, the capital city of the island, is usually more of an afterthought, the city with the airport. But when I was here, I fell in love. The architecture, the food, the calm vibes and the city's beaches drew me in and I didn't want to leave anymore. So today I want to show you the 14 best places you can visit in this amazing city that you can't miss on your next Italian itinerary. The Bastione di Saint Remy is one of Cagliari's most iconic landmarks and arguably the most monumental building in the entire city. Made out of limestone bricks, it was built into the city walls in the years between 1899 and 1902. The Bastione is open 24 hours a day and completely free to visit. Climbing up the stairs to the 24-meter high arch is something you have to do at least once when you're visiting the Sardinian capital. There is, however, also an elevator that brings you to the top. At the top, you find a white terrace from where you have amazing views of the old town below you, and the shimmering blue of the Mediterranean Sea behind it. It's without a doubt the best place in the city to view the sunset. This square is also one of the most lively and vibrant places in the entire city, full of street vendors, music, dancing, and locals meeting up and enjoying the night air. You will inevitably walk past this incredible building several times, and each time you'll want to explore it again. Just a short walk from the Bastione is the Cathedral, or Cattedrale di Santa Maria Assunta e Santa Cecilia, in the historical neighborhood Castello. It was first built in the 13th century, but due to several additions and renovations until the year 1930, it tells Cagliari's story of the last 7 centuries. The inside of the cathedral is absolutely gorgeous. Similar to just about any church in Italy, the layout follows a cross with a dome in its center, and several statues and paintings. The iconic dome is octagonal, which is not that common and makes Cagliari's cathedral quite unique. In the intro, I mentioned the beaches of Cagliari, and a gorgeous one that is just a short bus ride away is Calamosca. From the city center, bus number 5 or PQ will bring us to San Bartolomeo, from where it's about a 20-minute walk to the beach. I know that it sounds like a lot, but it is worth it, trust me. Calamosca is a small bay with a beach, some infrastructure like bars and restaurants, but it's very calm. I didn't see many tourists there as it is more of a secret kept by locals. Especially if you walk a little further away from the entrance, you will surely find a peaceful spot on the rocks, from where you can enjoy the crystal clear waters. From the beach of Calamosca, it's just a short walk to the start of one of the most unforgettable hikes in Cagliari, the trail to the Sella del Diavolo, or Devil's Saddle. This rocky hill got its name because its shape resembles a giant seat. According to legend, this is where the devil landed after being cast out of heaven, and the saddle-like shape was left behind from his fall. The hike is absolutely beautiful through the green landscapes of the Mediterranean scrubland, and panoramic views of the coast and crystal clear sea. It's absolutely beautiful, but don't expect it to be perfectly signposted. With lots of little paths crisscrossing the hill, it's easy to lose your way. In fact, it took me almost twice as long to reach the top than getting down. Not because of the steepness, but because I kept getting sidetracked. Still, that just gave me more time to take in the scenery. Every time I stopped to catch my breath, I was rewarded with views that made it all worth it. And finally, once you reach the summit of Sella del Diavolo, the view is nothing short of spectacular. The turquoise waters below almost feel unreal, like something you expect to see in a faraway country like Mexico or Thailand. Not just a short walk away from the city center. Even if you don't worship the devil, visiting this viewpoint is absolutely incredible. And an unforgettable scene. You'll have to bring plenty of water, especially in the summer, because there's almost no shades. You can also bring snacks to have a little picnic at the top. Expect the round trip, including photo stops and a little rest at the summit, to be around 2 hours. Or longer. These views are really addictive. After getting back to the streets, we don't turn right back to the bus. Instead, we turn left and walk around 10 more minutes to reach the hidden height to a secluded beach. It's a path you're actually not supposed to take, but I wasn't the only one who took that shortcut. Instead of getting lost, we're trying to find this beach from the Devil's Saddle. Regardless of how you get there, this little beach is absolutely stunning. The clear turquoise waters in front of this tiny bay are even more special, considering how secluded and hidden the beach is. Bring plenty of water and snacks and make your way to Cala Fighera. You will not regret it at all. From the viewing point of Sella del Diavolo, we could already see Poetto from above. Now it's time to check it out as well. Poetto is a long stretch of beach full of bars, restaurants and gelaterias. Therefore, it's a popular getaway for people escaping the sometimes hectic city. You can just walk along the beach, have a drink or swim in the beautiful waters, and take the bus back to Cagliari. However, we don't go all the way back to the city just yet. First, we'll visit the Santuario di Nostra Signora di Bonario, a gorgeous church which was built between 1910 and 1920, but is part of a larger complex that dates back several centuries. The opening hours aren't very extensive, however while waiting, I was sitting in a small park called Piazza Bonaria in front of the Basilica and rested in the shades. The Basilica is dedicated to the Madonna di Bonaria, who is said to have saved the island of Sardinia from invasion, and was declared patron saint just before they started building this church. Back in Cagliari, behind the gorgeous Palazzo Civico, we will visit the Marina, the neighborhood that, as the name suggests, sits right by the harbor. The Marina is the heart of Cagliari, with both narrow cobblestone alleys and the broader pedestrian-friendly Corso Vittorio Emanuele II, full of restaurants, cafes and traditional bakeries. A great place to eat is the Piazza Iene, a lively square filled with several fantastic restaurants that serve traditional Sardinian and Italian food. But honestly, my second favorite thing in this neighborhood, after eating, was just to wander, get lost and soak in the atmosphere while admiring the architecture. From Baroque churches to colorful 19th century facades that surrounds you at every corner. The Marina is also where you'll find the central train station, which connects directly to the airport in just 10 minutes, so chances are this is where you'll arrive, and your first impression of Cagliari will be a great one. On the other side of the Bastione lies Cagliari's Old Town, a quieter, more historic part of the city. Unlike the bustling Marina, this area is less hectic and full of restaurants, and instead steeped in centuries of history. My favorite building in the Old Town was the Torre dell'Elefante. Built in 1307 during the rule of the Pisans, it served both as a defensive tower and as a symbol of power. It was unfortunately closed during my visit, but it is possible to climb it for an incredible view of Cagliari. After walking through the bustling streets, let's find a quiet park, the Giardini Pubblici or public gardens. We can really enjoy the quiet atmosphere of this little green field behind the city walls. If we leave to the back side, to the left of the Galleria Comunale d'Arte, we find one of the cutest places in the entire city, a little space that locals have prepared for street cats. They build them little houses and always bring food and water. Some of these cats are understandably a bit shy, but others love to be cuddled and to receive attention. Walking past the amphitheater, we find another one of Cagliari's gorgeous green spaces. The admission to the Botanical Garden is €6, but given the beauty and size of this place, it is absolutely worth it. It was founded in 1866 and until today is still run by the University of Cagliari, serving both as a public park and an important research center. The garden houses over 2,000 species of plants from all over the world, towering palms and cacti, to rare tropical flowers and native Sardinian species. All feel home in this moderate Mediterranean climate. The garden is divided into several sections, with winding shaded paths, hidden fountains, and even an ancient Roman cistern shadowed throughout. A combination of lush vegetation and archaeology makes it feel like you're walking through a secret garden frozen in time. One of the highest parts of the city hosts some of Cagliari's most important museums, especially the National Archaeological Museum of Cagliari. But that's not the only museum in the Cittadella. You could spend an entire day just exploring the different museums, learning about the history and culture of this incredible city. A unique place in Cagliari and one that you can't miss here is Via Saturnino, which literally translates to street dedicated to the god Saturn. What does this have to do with anything? Nothing really. I just looked it up out of curiosity and wanted to share it with you. Via Saturnino is a tiny path that is plastered with graffiti and street art that's just beautiful to look at. Keep in mind though that there are actual people living in these houses, so be respectful when visiting their street. If you've seen other videos on this channel, first of all, thank you. And second, you know that I love exploring cities at night. Everything just feels different. The streets are quieter, the lights give the buildings a whole new vibe, and the whole city slows down a bit. So my advice, don't spend the evening stuck in your hotel ordering food, head out and explore. The Bastione is especially great at night. Or walk through the Marina district, where the restaurants are still open and the smell of food basically follows you everywhere. This concludes part 1 of my guide on Sardinia. In the next video, I will show you the amazing nature that this island has to offer. Make sure to subscribe and see you then.